because of the point deduction, 9-9.
Interesting. So I guess he felt Cabrera might have done enough in that round to be ahead, if not for the point deduction.
A minute 58 left here in the ninth. And I mean, we see what Cabrera has withstood, and there's another punch that he withstands. I mean, flush to the face. Now, talk about adjustments Cabrera has to make in order to try to get some offense going, Abner.
Offense, I mean, he has to let off his punches. After the jab, you got to let go of the left hand. Combinations, move sideways, keep Cruz turning, something that he was doing really well in the beginning, but he stopped. And Cruz, I mean, Cruz is just going to keep coming, and he's got to keep working those overhand rights and lefts.
And Cabrera has never been 12 rounds. First, we're in the ninth now, and it's scheduled for 12. And Cruz has been 12 rounds twice, 1-1. His loss, of course, to Gervonta Davis, in what was an excellent effort by him.
Well, plenty of questions going into this in terms of how the styles would mesh and how it would play out, and a frustrating fight for Cruz. For sure.
Now, there was a different approach. Instead of using his head to bash Cabrera, he tapped him on the back, did Cruz, like the referee would be tapping him.
There it is again. Yeah.
So I'll try this approach, more cerebral.
Lead left hook again upstairs by Cruz. 5-4 against 5-9. And one of the biggest reasons, because while the punches are landing, not the thudding power he's used to. And this Cabrera just, I mean, at distance, just touching up Cruz.
No power behind
at
those
all.
punches, pushing most of them. I mean, and Cruz will take them. I mean, he's close to his guard, but once given the opportunity, he will land those big shots.
And Cruz's defense is built on that high guard, and he does a good job with it.
Down, bell, Giovanni. There you go. Listen for that bell, gentlemen.
We're in the epicenter of the boxing universe. Las Vegas, the Strip, golden hour upon us, and all the gold on the line in tonight's main event. A city that has played host to so many memorable fights will be the venue for one of the most anticipated fights of the year, the most significant fight of the year. Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, undefeated champions, looking to become the first undisputed welterweight champion in the 35-year history of the four-belt era. Hey, I used to be on that show.
Yes, you did.
So, take it down. Not piece in. 10. Number 10. I got you. Gentlemen.
Round number 10, and now revisiting your keys for Isaac Cruz. You talked about doubling the left. He's been effective with the left hook. Needs to double it up more.
Yeah, that's good to revisit that, because when he's in position, he could do that and hasn't done it as much maybe as he would like. And part of it is Cabrera sometimes they will hold him before he can do it.
Yeah, again, the ring rush from Cruz definitely is visible. I mean, we were used to seeing him a little bit more aggressive, Cruz, but you know, there was times where he will give up and he'll get to the ropes and he'll just try to counter punch.
Giovanni, got left go.
Referee warning Cabrera. And sorry,
No, it's been an active fight for Tom Saylor. He's had to deal with it from both ends, some potential infractions and some real infractions.
But other fans at home yelling at the screen in terms of what Cabrera is doing in their fan after in terms of offense and defense. I mean, you're right.
Yeah, it's true. And I'm laughing because it's exactly what I'm picturing back home. People watching, like, come on, man, let us go, Cabrera.
One on cue, Mr. Baez.
And the problem, too, is even when he does do it, the power doesn't affect the
Right and left in there, he's trying to hang on, and again, though, when you think he's in danger, he's taking these shots, but not going down yet. A minute and a half left in the 10th. And already more than 1,000 punches thrown. Not many of the eye-catching variety except on the part of Isaac Cruz.
Nice, Cruz. It seems like he's timing that overhand right now.
I mean, what? Again,
it speaks about Cabrera's chin also.
Because I mean, we talked about Cruz. He has knocked folks before. Eduardo Ramirez is a good fighter, and he's knocked out other fighters. So he's not a monstrous world class artist, as you point out, but he has some power.
Good Mexican Gamboa, but Gamboa has no chin, so I think he'll be a good example.
And he's over with but he has scored good knockouts. So
if we go back to the Tank Davis, I mean, not that he hurt Davis, but you know, the pressure was there.
Let's go for that belt, gentlemen.
Coming up, the main event and a welterweight division that has offered a canvas painted with thrilling narratives, a weight class that has produced legends and created moments that will be etched in boxing's collective memory forever. Errol Spence wants to deliver a fight that will be talked about forever. Big round of applause here for Big Fish, Errol Spence Jr., undefeated, overcoming a serious car accident, detached retina, one of the most physically imposing and strongest welterweight champions in history. He puts his undefeated record on the line against a guy who's also getting the thunderous round of applause. It's 50-50 everywhere when it comes to this fight. Terrence Bud Crawford, a champion at 135, undisputed at 140, a titleist at 147, and oh yeah, he's knocked out his last 10 opponents, all in championship fights, including all 7 he's faced at 147. It does not get better. Spence versus Crawford here at T-Mobile Arena. T-minus next.
and you can feel the intensity in this arena building for that, and them being shown on the screen accentuated it.
Both are. Go.
It's the kind of action you can see on Showtime tonight with Bellator MMA and Rising Fighting Federation. A lot of grappling, some pummeling on the inside, but not what you're supposed to be doing in a boxing match.
Right, yeah, it's appropriate.
Cabrera right now doing, just enough to keep Cruz entertained.
Yes.
Again, punches are not that hard. He's not sitting on them. Speaking of Cabrera, but again,
But if Cruz wants those big fights, if Cruz here on the co-feature of the biggest fight of the year, you want to make a statement, you want to be put back in the mix to face the likes of Gervonta Davis, is this the kind of performance that is going to get him there?
Well, his father was urging him 2 or 3 rounds ago to go put him away. And it's not that he hasn't landed those big power punches. He's done it, and he's hurt Cabrera in a couple instances. But sometimes it's a perfect storm of somebody having a really good chin, and maybe you just can't land the exact right punches. He's certainly doing enough to dominate virtually all of these rounds.
Yeah, that's really well said, Al, because, I mean, I do believe that Cruz has power in those hands, and he's landed really good shots, but again, Cabrera withstanding big shots and still fighting back. This is the 11th round, even though he's lost most of these last couple of rounds, but Cabrera's still there.
Timeout in 3. I guess the referee hasn't noticed the tape on the right glove of Cabrera. There was, off balance. But no knockdown.
Let's go.
Double jab from Cabrera, smothering the offense now, and Cruz.
You made a great. You brought up the key and went back to the double left hook. I really do think you're onto something there, Wall. That when he's in position to do it, do you agree, Abner? That might give him enough leverage because he gets such good leverage to the body, it would extend to when he throws it to the head.
Even a blind squirrel fighting.
There you go.
30 seconds left in the penultimate round.
You are my favorite blind squirrel.
There's a left hand and now the flick jab from Cabrera, but where's the intensity, the urgency? 15 seconds left here in the 11th. Both of these guys want to make a statement in a very tough and deep 135-pound division led by undisputed champion Devin Haney. 12th and final round is next.
and Cabrera trying to make some things happen from the outside, but then as he slipped, Cabrera attempted to try and reach out and hit him, and he realizes, no, I better not do that. He was kind of hoping for a knockdown, I think.
You're letting him get off tonight. Come on, back him up and let your hands go. All right? Both hands, let's go. Come on.
Look at me, deep breath.
Let me get some water. Do not leave the decision to the judges here, okay? Don't let them decide for you. Let them not decide for you. Blow strong. Let's go.
Well, Freddie Roach agrees with us. He told Cabrera, you need to back him up and you need to let both hands go. 12th and final round. Meanwhile, Cruz's dad said, hey, you've been paying attention to the sport of boxing lately? You don't want to leave it to the judges.
It's hard for me to imagine the idea that Cabrera can still win this fight without getting multiple knockdowns or knocking Cruz out, but you never know. And so I think probably his dad told him the right thing.
Yeah, even that, I mean, Cruz leading up to the fight, when at the fighter meeting, he kept talking about making a statement tonight. And I think, obviously, we haven't seen it.
Long layoff.
Yeah.
And Cabrera's dimensions.
Yeah,
You got to give it to Cabrera as well. It really seems that
You got to give it to his genetics because he's been taking those shots, but he's so tall that they haven't had the effect that they would have on someone more Cruz's size. But again, Cruz is 5'4". He's the shortest guy in the top 10.
Yes, but also doing enough to keep, again, I keep saying it, Cruz entertained with the flicking jab, the left, but Cruz not being, not pressuring enough.
One thing you don't want to do is you don't want to cruise to the finish. And a minute 51 left in the 12th and final round. Fans here in Las Vegas anticipating the main event.
Did you make a pun there?
Yeah, me? Me make a pun?
That's earth-shattering.
38 left here in the 12th. And there again, left-handed. And it seems like, has the air been let out of the fight a little bit here, even in the 12, where it should be the most intense and urgent?
Here's the intriguing thing. Cabrera's doing a little better in round 12. In fact, he's doing a lot better than he did in the previous round. So it's intriguing at a moment where maybe they wanted Cruz to show the urgency to get a knockout. Cabrera is finding a little spark
It's
offensively.
28 punches thrown with a minute left. Urgency, Abner, on the part of Cruz?
No, and he's telegraphing those punches. And then, like y'all mentioned,
Yeah, good point out with Cabrera.
Yeah, Cabrera making this round a really good round for him. Boxing like, he should have been doing, I think.
There's a left uppercut by.
And everybody knew going in knew Cabrera's a tricky guy. He's a tough customer in a lot of different ways. So some of that's been on display here.
And Cruz kept talking rematch Gervonta Davis. Hey, it's Giovanni Cabrera who's in the ring with him tonight. And as we come down to the final 10 seconds of the fight, Cruz outlanding Cabrera 164 to 104 in terms of total punches landed. The judges will decide. And Cabrera's ecstatic. He feels like he's pulled off the upset.
He is a very engaging and clever fellow. So, he's one of those guys that will certainly state his case, and he's lobbying a little bit here. And the numbers, and Morrow alluded to some of them, the power punch is 33% for Cruz. That's everything other than the jab. And the body shots, he did land 60 body shots, which is pretty good. By his standards, maybe a little bit below where he would like to be. And he kept the level that Cabrera landed low. But, it would appear, if you look at that and what we saw, Cruz has probably done enough to win this decision. We would anticipate. We'll find out.
Cabrera's fourth consecutive fight with Freddie Roach in the wild card gym. Isak Pitbull Cruz, trained all his life by his dad and his grandfather. We talk about their rich history in the sport. And we will get the official decision from Jimmy Lennon Jr. right after this. The story of Dracula on the last voyage of the Demeter. Evil is on board the ship. This beast, it needs blood. So it's everywhere. I want to kill the thing. Kill it. We can't even find it. There is no escape.
We call him Dracula.
Here's August 11. Here in Las Vegas, we await the official decision and getting set for the much-anticipated showdown between Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford. Only the fourth welterweight unification fight involving unbeaten champions. They have the most victories combined at 67-0. And now it's time for the official decision. Here is Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. We have a split decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Glenn Feldman scores the ballot 114 to 113 in favor of Giovanni Cabrera. Judge at ringside, Don Trella sees it 114 to 113 in favor of Isak Cruz. And judge at ringside, Benoit Roussel sees the action 115 to 112 in favor of the winner, Isak Pitbull Cruz.
Well, we would see the judges. A scary moment there for Isak Cruz, who improves to 25-2-1. Giovanni Cabrera tastes defeat for the first time, falling to 21-1. And as usual, some eyebrows raised at some of the scores.
Yeah, obviously the judges are seeing the fight a little differently than we did, and despite the showy shots of Cruz and all the rest, they did not go for him.
All right, let's go to Jay Gray.
All right, thank you very much. Felix de Jesus will translate for it. Isak, congratulations on the victory. Did you feel that this was as close as the judges did on this split decision?
¿Que la pelea era tan cerca como lo vieron los jueces?
No, creo que él nunca me conectó buenos golpes y bueno, ellos son los que toman la última decisión y la gente es el mejor juez.
I mean, you know, the judges take their own decisions, but I don't feel he connected with any punches. And, you know, but they are the judges. They made the decision.
We found out that he has a very, very hard head. Are you surprised that he didn't go down with any of those shots?
Vimos que tiene una cabeza dura. ¿Tú estás sorprendido que con todo ese golpe que tú le diste no se cayó?
Sí, es un muchacho de respeto. Yo siempre respeto a a todos los rivales y bueno, esta noche fuimos superiores a él.
We were superior tonight, but I do respect all of my opponents, and he was very good today.
In this fight, what do you think? Well, let's put it another way. Did you feel as though this was going to be as difficult of a test as it was?
¿Tú pensabas que iba a ser tan difícil como fue esta pelea?
No, lo esperaba más suelto, pero creo que pensó que era mi cumpleaños, por tanto abrazo que me dio.
No,
Frustrated?
He was frustrated a little bit, but I think he thought it was my birthday. So many huggings that he was giving me during the fight. He was hugging me all night.
Ryan Garcia is calling you out on Twitter. Would you like to fight Ryan next?
Ryan Garcia en Twitter dice que quiere pelear contigo. ¿Quiere pelear con Ryan Garcia?
Si la gente lo quiere y su empresa no le da miedo venir y pelear, estamos listos para...
If the people want to fight and his people to come over on this side and have the fight, we'll do it, no problem. And if people want to see the fight, definitely.
All right, Isak, congratulations. Thank you.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you.
All right, Mauro, back to you.
All right, Jim. Isak Cruz picking up a victory over Giovanni Cabrera. We will look at the scores, and then I want to get Abner's take on that Ryan Garcia, Isak Cruz potential matchup. Where would it be? 135, 140. But let's go to the scores with Al Bernstein.
Yeah, obviously the judges saw it a lot closer. Glenn Feldman felt Cabrera had done enough to win by a narrow margin, and Roussel and Trella very margins relatively for Cruz. Let's take a look at the unofficial scoring of Steve Farhood. He had it much wider for Cruz at 116-111. He did have Cabrera winning that 12th round, and a lot of those close rounds, apparently, the ones went, and some of the judges went to Cabrera.
Quick comment after about that call out by Ryan Garcia to Isak Cruz. Both lost to Gervonta Davis. What do you think?
Yeah,
about
well,
that
I think
matchup?
after seeing the performance from Cruz,
A lot of people
yeah,
gonna call him out.
Yeah, a lot of people might have wanted to call him out, and Ryan Garcia, one of them. But hey, will be a really interesting matchup if they do.
All right, so we are almost at that magical time, Brian Custer. The main event is coming up.
You're right, Mo. Listen, it's been a magical year for the sport of boxing. For the judges, not so much. Main event next here from T-Mobile Arena, Errol Spence Jr. versus Terrence Crawford. Remember, you can wager on our main event. And here is more from DraftKings.
Hey, boxing fans, it's about to go down, and DraftKings Sportsbook is bringing the heat. Whether you're rooting for Errol Spence to reign or Terrence Crawford to snag the W, your action is undisputed. New customers can get $150 instantly in bonus bets when you bet $5. Just download the app, enter the promo code, and bet $5 to instantly get $150 in bonus bets. Action's so good, why bet on boxing anywhere else?
Getting close, main event coming up, so that means got to get a check the tail of the bet, the odds, my man Amal Shaw.
Brian, thank you so much. As you said earlier, we're waiting 10 years for this fight. Two guys in their prime. We've already discussed the numbers in terms of Spence being a slight dog at plus 120, and of course, Bud Crawford being the favorite at minus 150 when you look at the tail of the bet. And over/under is at 10.5 rounds. But let's go to some intriguing prop bets that are out there right now. We just saw a split decision in the previous fight. If you like a split decision in this one, it's plus 380. The majority decision is plus 780. And if either fighter is to be knocked down, is plus 160. And maybe the safest bet, a unanimous decision of plus 125. Some great money-making opportunities out here, Brian.
I think both of these fighters probably just watched their judges and said, you know what, I don't want to leave it in their hands.
Right.
I leave it in my hands as well. I appreciate it. Listen, from T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas, the main event, it's coming up right after this. Spence versus Crawford is being brought to you by Showtime Pay-Per-View. Showtime is the home of combat sports. By DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the app, use code GLOVE, and bet on the fights tonight. By O'Reilly Auto Parts, the ultimate one-stop shop for all of your automotive supplies. Everything for your vehicle in one convenient place. That's O'Reilly Auto Parts. By The Legend of Dracula is Born. The Last Voyage of the Demeter, only in theaters August 11th. And by the new R-rated comedy, Strays, in theaters August 18th. Beware of strays. Snoop Dogg!
Hi there, big dogs. I'm trying to get home.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know which way that is.
Oh, great.
Right up.
Stop, that's gross.
Oh, no, that can't be right.
I was still drunk when I agreed to do this.
You were straight. You can do anything you want. Really?
I was recently with this couch. Best sex of my life.
Wow. It was nice to meet you.
Will Ferrell and Jamie Foxx are strays. Oh, fresh meat. So when rated R, only in theaters. From the fight capital of the world, T-Mobile Arena, of course, big fights always bring out the biggest stars, and we see that again here in Las Vegas. Four-time NBA champion Draymond Green of the Golden State Warriors in the house, and well as one of boxing's biggest supporters and fans, Damian Lillard, seven-time All-Star, member of the Portland Trail Blazers. Of course, he wants to be a member of the Miami Heat. He's in the house as well. Hip-hop star Chris Breezy, yeah, Chris Brown. He's sitting ringside. Big supporter of the Charlos, Errol Spence Jr. as well. Tracy Morgan, one of comedy's best, ringside as well for this big fight. You want to talk about former welterweight champions. How about the Hitman, the Hall of Famer himself, Thomas Hearns. And there's the undisputed champ. As super welterweight, he's going to challenge Canelo Alvarez September 30th on Showtime pay-per-view. You know, before Errol Spence was the unified welterweight champ, Keith Thurman was former unified welterweight champion. Talking with Jamal Charlo, he's the WBC middleweight champ. And legendary fighters, how about Roy Jones Jr., Zab Judah, sitting next to each other, getting ready for this main event. And one of the greatest, Manny Pacquiao. Remember, he was going to fight Errol Spence Jr. before Errol suffered that detached retina. Heavyweights in the house, the real deal, Evander Holyfield, the Hall of Famer, is here, as well as a guy he had some battles with, Iron Mike Tyson. Vegas loves Iron Mike. You talk about heavyweight champions. How about this former heavyweight champ, the Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder? He's here as well. And in Vegas, there's a commitment to excellence. And that's the Raiders owner, Mark Davis. He is always in the house when it comes to boxing. Well, speaking of some familiar faces, let's reset our Showtime Sports Announce team here at T-Mobile Arena. I'm your host, Brian Custer. Ringside, Mauro Ranallo. He's handling the blow-by-blow with our analyst, Al Bernstein, Abner Maris, Jim Gray. He's in the ring. He's our reporter. Steve Farhood, he's our boxing historian. He provides the unofficial scoring updates. Felix De Jesus, our Spanish language interpreter. And you can use that SAP function. You'll hear our Spanish broadcaster, Alejandro Luna, and El Diamante, Raul Marquez. And, of course, in the center of the ring, the always classy Jimmy Lennon Jr. Folks, it's time for the main event of the evening. Let's go back ringside. Here's Mauro.
Thank you very much, Brian. The grandeur, the spectacle, and the drama of a main event in Las Vegas, none more significant this year than the one we are about to witness for the undisputed welterweight championship in the four-belt era. Errol Spence Jr., Terrence Crawford, both undefeated champions, just the fourth unified welterweight fight between undefeated champs, just the 13th welterweight unified fight in history, and that's what really tonight represents history. We saw Thomas Hitman Hearns in attendance, Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford. They want to deliver a fight that will wake up the echoes of the fight that the Four Kings had. Sugar Ray Leonard, Thomas Hearns at welterweight, 1981, their first meeting. Al, you have been at ringside for some of the biggest fights in the sports history. How does this one rank?
Yeah, I was around for that great era in the 1980s with the Four Kings and all those great fighters. And one of the things I think that's significant about this fight right now, at this point in 2023, is the fact that we have had so many good fights during the course of this year. And let's take a peek here. And as we look at the resume of these two fighters, there's a lot to speak on their behalf. And when you look at the knockout percentage, Errol Spence has, divided up his knockouts almost equally through his career as a pro. Terrence Crawford, and you've alluded to it earlier, he's been on a tear, knocking out the last 10 fighters he's faced, including, as you point out, all of the welterweights he's faced, all 7 of them. So while a lot of people feel this fight looks like a competitive super 12-rounder that could have action back and forth, we can't discount the fact that one of these men may produce power to knock out the other.
In addition to the undisputed welterweight title being up for grabs, the vacant ring championship belt hangs tantalizingly in the balance. Abner, your thoughts on what we're about to witness?
So definitely a throwback fight. I mean, a fight that a lot of people, everyone's been waiting for. A close matchup. Two undefeated fighters in their prime. I mean, it can't really get any better than this. A pick-em fight. A guy, fighters that you don't know who to pick. If you pick one guy, you're not wrong because they are that good.
Well, Terrence Crawford, the slight betting favorite. And what about Terrence Crawford and his resume? You just went over that, but it is so rare to see a fighter, unlike maybe a Manny Pacquiao who did it, but to bring the power up with them. And now at welterweight, 7-0, all 7 knockouts.
And we have the ultimate boxer puncher in Terrence Crawford against the man who defines being a efficient pressure fighter in Errol Spence. So the contrast in the styles, along with everything else, is what makes this really a unique event. And here's the point. They've shown respect for each other as far as what they do in the ring. And they have said this fight is going to speak for itself. I think it will.
Terrence Crawford, a champion at 135 pounds, Abner, now at 147, where Errol Spence has spent his entire career. As we look at the weigh-in, you get to see the conditioning, the shape, and the size. What did you make of this?
Honestly, the size it does not matter when it comes to this fight, and that's. Because we're talking about two ripped, ready, conditioned fighters. Again, I keep saying in their prime, undefeated. Guys are going to bring their A level. I mean, really, really A-class and high IQ on both sides. And really just going to come down to adjustments when it comes inside the ring.
And one of the significance is Errol Spence says this will be the last time we watch him weigh in at that weight. He said, I'm moving up no matter what happens next. But a lot of business to take care of right now.
When Chris Algieri and others, these fighters that have been in the ring with these guys, it's like when you punch them in the chest, it's like hitting a brick wall. And this is the respect right here, by the way. There's an actual handshake, and this represents why we are so invested in this fight. The two ambassadors of time, and now it's time to, get involved with some face smashing.
And I personally love to see that. That's okay by me.
Here from the sold-out T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, we are indeed set for the main event. Errol Spence Jr., Terrence.
Ano? Andito sa bahay? Oh, sige. Dito ako. Okay.
What's the first ad? If you've been thinking about learning how to run a design sprint like an absolute pro, right now is the best time ever to do it because our Design Sprint Masterclass online course is at its lowest price ever for the next few days. Definitely check that out if you want to learn exactly how to run a design sprint step by step from start to finish. Learn from the guy who actually led the design sprint, that's Jake Knapp, the guy who wrote the book, and learn from the team at AJ and Smart who've been running design sprints back to back with the biggest companies in the world for years. So make sure you check it out before the price goes back up to its normal everyday price, and hopefully see you on the other side. Bye bye.
Let's go to Tito Anton's house.
Bro, we have to go to Anton's house.
Let's go. Everybody's there. Where's Jin Jin? Yeah. What are you cooking?
Next time, the daddy's, I think the lotion. It's not heavy.
Too many. So let's go.
You go to how many minutes?
You guys. Be quiet.
I put lotion already. A lot of lotion. It's fine. What are you thinking? Oh, daddy's not drinking it. Pizza roll. Daddy put pizza roll.
When the fight's gonna start.
You can't bring internet here.
The fight's already started. I'm gonna be late. Come on.
Why is it starting?
We are live in Las Vegas, Nevada. We are live. We're getting there. We are live. We're getting there. We're getting to Las Vegas. Oh my God, there's so many people.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh my God, there's so many people.
Oh my God. Yeah. Argent are there.
Argent, Terrence, Q, and Kim, and anyone. But the dad is not here. Why did dad always want to be there? That.
How do you know Terrence is here?
We saw the van.
Probably the dad's using the van.
No, and after the dad leaves.
Hold on. There are too many people in here. Too many cars.
There's parking in the other side right
Oh
there.
my God, they're here. Argent, Terrence.
There's park here. There's parking that side right there.
There's so many.
Daddy, we can park right there.
I'm gonna park right here at their house.
So my house? Or you're gonna park next to Upton House? Teresa's house?
Yeah.
Teresa is my classmate, Daddy.
I know.
Wait, who's that? Those are missing too.
Wait, there's a missing person.
Okay, park muna kami dito. Ang daming tao.
JB's texting his girlfriend.
Get inside.
Go this side?
Yeah. They're probably inside.
Yeah, they are inside.
Oh, I hear RJ and Terrence.
You're not opening it. They're here, all of them.
Yeah. Sisimula na.
Don't carry the Wi-Fi.
Hey, sit down, sit down.
Let's do backup. String East.
Oh yeah. You gotta have it ready, huh?
Nagkano simula mo dito?
Freaking Gervonta Davis got arrested again.
For what?
For beating up his wife, I think it was, or maybe not.
Hindi yung internet ang yung traffic. Too many people watching it. Yeah, the traffic. There's a lot of people watching it. Kung internet, dapat nag-slow rin ito.
Ano ba kayo?
Pati yata Stream East nadali na.
Salamat kayo.
Did you turn off your internet?
Found great his Showtime debut and his his 18th consecutive world title appearance. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former WBO lightweight world champion, the former undisputed super lightweight world champion, and the current undefeated WBO welterweight champion of the world, introducing Terrence Crawford. And his opponent across the ring, the IBF white and red trim, hailing from Texas. He weighed in at the welterweight limit of 147 pounds. He is undefeated in his tremendous campaign in the ring. With a record of 28 wins, no losses, 22 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the sensational star of boxing and the commanding pound-for-pound great tonight in his 8th consecutive world title appearance. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the renowned, current, undefeated, reigning and defending, unified WBC, WBA, and IBF welterweight champion of the world, introducing the Truth, Errol Spence Jr. And once again, a referee in charge, Harvey Dock, now to give instructions.
All right, Bob, you received your instructions earlier. As a reminder, obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Touch him up good.
Harvey Dock assigned this mega main event. 19 years pro experience of 336 professional bouts. In the ring, Errol Spence is a merciless interrogator, extracting confessions with his unyielding punches, incredible pressure, and vicious body punching. For Terrence Bud Crawford, a master of his craft, his style, a blend of artistry and brutality, with his mesmerizing switch-hitting style, razor-sharp reflexes, counters, and solid when it comes to hurting his opponents. The bell. And immediately Crawford starts as a southpaw against the southpaw Spence. Spence has faced only 2 southpaws in his pro career, a win over Emmanuel Hardy in October 2013 and an 8th round knockout of Chris Van Heerden in September of 2015. And in his 5 most recent fights, Crawford has fought 77% southpaw.
And just as expected, we're seeing the pressure from Spence, calculated pressure, and Crawford. I mean, I thought he was going to start boxing, but he's doing a fine job right now of trying to figure out what Spence is going to do, and more than anything, try to counterpunch.
Spence builds everything behind that jab, one of the most fundamentally sound fighters in the sport, and Terrence Crawford, well, he's just one of a kind in terms of what he's been able to accomplish in his career, the way that he has done it. These two are capable of fighting any style, any range, any way, Al. But Terrence Crawford, the ability to make the adjustments on the fly without even thinking, just having the instincts to do the right thing, incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, when you talk about where Spence going downstairs to the body, Spence normally throws a lot more punches than Crawford. He averages 69 per round to 47.8 for Crawford. So we're going to see how that goes. And the other key thing here is early rounds, you would have expected maybe Spence to do better in this fight. Crawford tends to give away some early rounds. We'll see.
Spence used to fast start, high output. Crawford, yes, likes to collect that information in the first couple of rounds. But against Spence, Abner,
yeah, way more pressure from Spence, aggressiveness. I mean, we're seeing that jab. At moments, you know, we see the counter punching from Crawford, but it's the Spence jab that's doing the effect right now, or is having the effect.
And thus far, though, in his career, even here at 147, and again, against Spence, he is facing, as we've mentioned, one of the biggest physically imposing welterweight champions ever. But Crawford can turn a fight with one punch. But here's the pressure. Spence cornering Crawford. the jab, the shot to the body. There's a counter left from Crawford. Crawford, an expert counter puncher.
We talked about the counter punching that Crawford was going to try to do, especially when Spence, if he tries to overreach, and he did there, and Crawford was able to counter punch.
It could go either way.
Yeah, but if it was decision, Spence is gonna win.
For sure.
Sino?
Hindi, ito nagalaban siya din. Si Inoue at si Kapalit.
Crawford engaged in his consecutive fight involving
Very talented. Very talented. Big fight.
Spence normally averages 34 jabs a round. He threw a few more than that in round number 1.
Letting his hands really good go Spence of the jab again. Starting off, you got to win that battle with the jab, and Spence is doing it good against Crawford. Waiting too long. We talked about him being a slow starter. Second round, let's see if he lets his hands go a lot more.
It's a title fight?
Unified. They both got belt.
combination. There's that hand speed and the combinations of Terrence Crawford.
A really good hand movement for Spence at that distance. Was able to take a lot from those shots from Crawford.
Crawford, and then Spence splits the guard of Crawford with a stiff jab, and again connects with the left hand curling behind the guard.
The Spence jab is working overtime, and that's been helping him along with the movement. We have both those things we talked about.
And he's got that kind of pressure that just builds momentum as the fight goes on. He starts fast, ends fast. That pressure is everything.
There's momentum. Speaking of Spence, just brilliant. Doesn't do too much, but just enough to just jab, and left. Enough the precise pressure is right there.
The epitome of a textbook fighter. Spence has a jab from Crawford that lands.
Crawford's got a real nice counter right hand. He's going to find his rhythm when he can throw those counter punches.
So things picking up here in round 2, 30 seconds left in the second stanza. Body by Spence. Fast, explosive jab.
Spence is down. Knockdown is after you. Where's the highlight? Yeah, there you go.
Crawford was able to land
Defense.
Boom!
straight left jab, which is fascinating. Jab from Terrence Crawford. We thought that originally, but when you see the replay, it's fascinating.
No, it's just a job.
Help me.
Man, we're going at it.
Crawford got more experience than Spence. Crawford. But Crawford is good. Mautak pa yan. He's good in defense too. Abang. Oh my God. They're going at it. Because either way, who got the first round, he can get the points, but Terrence Crawford got a second round. Oh my God. And Crawford is throwing a lot of good combination too. Yeah, you can tell on his face. Freaking Spence's face is all red.
He's tired, too.
Uh-huh.
He's trying too hard already. There you go.
Oh my God.
He's not even blocking. It's like he's not even blocking.
Yeah, it's just mostly defense. Every time he throws something.
Knockdown was a second or third round?
Second.
Oh yeah, same back there.
Yeah. Who's your dad's visitor? Nobody? You said nobody. Is it period?
Excellent advice to
This round in the fourth, usually Crawford steps it up a little bit more. We got a little bit of sense of it. He started off really good with the jab.
Bite. Yung yung mukha ni Spence. Oh my God. Oh!
Spence is getting knocked out.
Uh-huh. Oh! Oh my. Oh!
Yeah, Spence is going down.
Going down.
Both undefeated?
They're both undefeated. It's just 10 fights difference. 39 and 29.
Oh.
Terence Crawford got more experience.
That's what James Terence Crawford, as competitive as it gets, a valuable chip on his shoulder. He'll find existence to get that action. And he's really a choker dog. At the end of the day, this is a guy who, when he has his opponents, perhaps the best killer instinct in the sport. And he continues to choke Errol Spence with the jab, left uppercut to the body.
He's feeling really comfortable right now, Crawford.
Abner hit on it. This is the part of the fight where Crawford usually starts his assault, but most people thought Spence might still be doing good work at this point, but right now he's taking it on the chin.
Coming up on the conclusion of the first third of this championship fight, already a bravura performance from Terence Crawford, who's already knocked down Errol Spence. Amazing start for Crawford.
An excellent round for Crawford, using the jab so effectively and getting to Spence when Spence gets on the inside, using a variety of punches, including the uppercut. See, Spence trying to get downstairs to the body of Crawford, but not able to. Later in the round, a lead left hand that lands perfectly. And I think it's kind of surprising to see Crawford, even when he's not countering, being able to initiate the offense and land like that.
What happened?
Stop the fight.
Chief ringside position Dr. David Zavala called in to inspect Errol Spence Jr. We begin round number 5. Spence looking to establish the rhythm with the jab. And meanwhile, the countering accuracy of Terence Crawford is sublime.
Yeah, the accuracy, the speed right now from Crawford. Really, just the timing is perfect for him.
Most experts thought this would be an evenly contested battle. Terrence Crawford is. This is eye-opening.
It really is. I mean, it's astonishing that he's been able to be this effective this early in the fight and on every level, both countering and initiating offense.
The 35-year-old Terrence Bud Crawford from Omaha, Nebraska, calls himself the professional franchise from that city.
And for Spence, it now comes down to almost he's the man makes a difference in this fight. A power punch that will set Crawford back. Can he do that?
He looks stunned.
Yeah, he's got to land a big shot or pressure enough to get Crawford off that rhythm.
The counter right hook and the right hand from Crawford. Every time Spence walks in, he's met with highly effective counters.
Terrence Crawford's a really good counter puncher. This is another level to him.
I mean, the angles, if you notice that he's using, every time Spence steps in, there's Crawford taking a side step. Created a beautiful angle for the uppercut.
Crawford attempting to become the first male fighter in the four-belt era to become an undisputed champion in a second weight class. Clarissa Shields has achieved that feat on the female side, and with just over a minute left in the fifth, it is all Terrence Bud Crawford. While he's punching less, he's landing a lot more.
Terrence Crawford is landing 58% of his power punches, which is a bit of an ultimate jab. That's a ridiculous percentage.
Against a fellow pound for pound
Oh, that is it, bloody.
And here comes Spence. Couple of right hand step jab.
He's not gonna go.
He's not looking good on Spence right now.
Spence trying to digging to the body. You're right, Abner. And you know all about that, do you not, sir?
Yes, I've had two detached retinas, so he's got to be careful.
Wala sa yung dalawang beses mawala na
Oh, there's a left hand that lands on Crawford,
Crawford only
but
got
he eats
one.
it and continues the jab.
Spence got
By
two.
Spence.
That was the kind of punch Spence was hoping for. It just didn't have the kind of impact he was hoping it would have. We'll see here, using the jab very effectively. That left hand did get in for Spence. It wasn't perfect. It didn't land right on the chin. It's the kind of punch he wants to get in there.
You shoot me with a check because you shoot me with a shot. You really hit me with a jab a lot of it. I think you did, but this was close. Listen, walk down, don't give him the space. Make him feel you. And shoot the shot tight in the middle. Use your legs and stuff enough, okay? Understand it?
Terrence Crawford is a freak athlete, a former wrestler. This guy is built from the feet up with his physical strength, and we've already seen that he can generate a lot. Again, the counter in the lands, and Errol Spence now backing up, and we don't normally see Errol Spence backing up.
Now with an instant Crawford pressure right now that he's putting.
And Crawford is putting the punches on the face of Errol Spence. Here in round 6. Crawford avoiding the front body close.
And the reason...
And he's so composed.
Yes, so... Again, the reason why Crawford's jab is so effective and so hard is because he's a natural right-hander. So that jab, I mean, he's got a lot
You
of
bring
power.
up a good point. He actually messed up his right hand when he was fighting in school, and he started practicing more on his left, and he says his left became stronger than his right, and hey, he's deadly either way he goes.
You know, people may say, gosh, why is Spence concentrating so much on the body in this round? I don't think that's a terrible idea on his part, because it's what he does really well, and it could help get him back into this fight a little bit. And he's landed some good body punches.
Right, going from Spence.
Yeah, he's got to get inside. He can't reach.
Oh, my goodness, that jab is so punishing. He almost dropped him again with that jab.
Yeah, great distance right there that Crawford has.
You know, also had a power jab from Soulfly. He's in attendance tonight. That being Manny Pacquiao and referee talking to Spence, but that jab is incredibly punishing from Crawford.
You know, who we talked about that was Sean Porter. He said that when you thought you had the right space for he would take it away, and it seems like he's doing that against Spence right now.
Right, one of the two common opponents, Sean Porter, who's always making life miserable for his opponents coming forward. He said he never felt that he once made Terrence Crawford feel uncomfortable. I think Errol Spence is beginning to feel the same way. Spence trying, coming back, going to the body, but then gets clipped with the left.
And you feel Spence almost want to hold on the inside, and that's not the best sign for him because that's the place he has to really work. See it? There it is there.
Double jab. Dictating the pace of this fight for Terrence Bud Crawford. And we have already reached the midpoint of this championship fight. It is all Terrence Bud Crawford looking to make history. Lift the shot inside. That caught Spence on the jump.
Now here's where Spence was working downstairs, trying to get to the body, trying desperately to make something offensive happen, and even landing an ice right hook. But the counter punch from Crawford was so effective. And here's where Terrence Crawford showed us in that last round, initiating the offense with that shotgun jab. And Morrow made the point, that jab almost put Spence down. And then later on in the round, Crawford will counter as Spence moves forward, then lands the straight left hand. Spence is not moving laterally to his right or his left. He's staying right in the line of fire.
Make sure you got room on the inside to punch, okay? Let's go.
We begin the second half of this championship affair, barring a draw, no decision. We will crown the first undisputed welterweight champion of the four-belt era. Spence now trying to come forward, trying to deliver combinations, and Crawford avoiding them. Beautiful counter left hands, and there's a right hook to the face of Spence by Crawford, and Crawford accuracy just backing up Spence. He's punishing.
It's exactly that, the accuracy, the reflexes from Crawford. I mean, counter-punching.
And you know, Terrence Crawford's keeping his right glove up so well to block those straight lefts from Spence. So even when Spence leads with his jab appropriately and comes with that left hand, he just can't land it.
According to our unofficial score, Steve, Farhood, Errol, Spence down. Already big on the scoreboard.
Oh! Damn! Spence is down! On the 7th round.
I'm trying. 140? Oh, he got a lot of time.
Oh my God.
He's gonna kill her.
It's a great finisher.
I knew it.
Errol Spence going down for the first 2 times in his career in round 2, and here in round 7. And again, guys, he landed that left and boom, lightning fast counter.
Now there's a beautiful right hook by Spence. He's trying his best offensively to get something done, but even when he lands a good punch, it's not hurting Crawford.
Not at all.
When mean, try Spence. I mean, there's always a reaction from Crawford. One or two good, solid punches that are just too much for Spence right now.
I mean, Crawford's landed 52% of his punches in this round.
It's a lot of people who bet. It's a lot of people who bet on Spence, and then they believe that Spence can win. But I keep telling it's gonna be the experience plus Spence. Oh! For the third time, Spence down.
What the?
That's the third time. Saved by the bell. They're gonna what?
Oh, that's his trainer?
There's no point to continue.
That's the first one.
Boom! Oh. It's not even strong. It's a counter punch. Boom! The counter punch. Boom! Oh my god.
Like right-handed.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
They better stop the fight.
It's ready.
I've seen in a boxing ring in a long time when you consider all the stakes, the significance, the coming in undefeated champions.
What the heck?
Well, Crawford's dominated. It's dominated.
Yes, so for one-sided fight from Crawford. I mean, keep saying that the accuracy, the jab, the speed to Crawford right now is just too much for Spence.
And now Spence is in a posture of boxing
Big shots. Percent of his power shots in this fight. Crawford goes for the kill. Says that someone's hurt.
Oh my god, it's gonna go down again.
Oh, kinuha na pinusta ni Mayweather. Central.
I think so. No, I think.
Bata yan eh.
No, but Mayweather always like old fighter.
Look. Those punches
He's not even reacting on his punch.
Nothing.
Well, Spence in a posture, he's backing up against the ropes, trying to move maybe from a fighter that is attacking him.
He almost got knocked down again in the 8th round.
Is always on the verge of this moment of going down
Oh, look at his face. Look at the face. The face all showing. You need a knockdown to win, Spence. It's all over.
He needs a
Knock him out. Yeah, he needs a knockout. Crawford's already win this fight.
Yeah, mentally right now, he definitely has to be in his game. Speaking of Spence, that makes sense of this fight right now. He's been hurt.
No, it doesn't make sense that they need to stop the fight.
I'll mention it. Big shot. I think it's the only way.
And the intriguing thing is Crawford loves to kind of play so well. Sometimes rounds of moving forward and initiating the offense.
Shit. So, ano? 9 rounds. Oh.
Pero kailangan niya knockout.
Knockout. That's the only way he can win.
Even though 3 knockdowns.
Crawford's not reacting on his punch. Crawford's too strong.
Again, when you're outside, stop throwing rock, okay?
Oh my God! Ayan na naman! He's gonna go down again! They're gonna stop the fight. I mean, the judge will stop the fight. Oh my God! Oh! Galing ni Crawford eh. Too intelligent. Oh! Oh my God! Here you go again! Ayan na lang! Ayun! Oy! Oy! Stop! That's it! That's it! Technical knockout! Crawford win! Technical knockout!
Dahil, ano kagawa niya? O, ano yun? Uy, talaga mapatayin na dahil. Natin tayo Marteo? Uno natin. Dali, kung burayo. What the fuck? Saan sila nagkakabaya? Jim TM. Ano?
Ha? Pareha sila ni Inoue. Oh,
Kawawa. What the?
Ganun natin?
Nakaka.
Nagtakil pa eh.
Hindi ko matama na eh.
Kawawa nilang sukat di mataran nyo.
That's all, man.
Wala, kawawa sa Spence. Kita mo itsura niya.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, it's not even close.
Yeah,
Yeah.
87, dude. Compared to 33. He threw more.
Yeah. But didn't land it. 11% only landed.
That's an average 50 already.
Kawawa na nga. Buti nga hindi pa bumagsak yan eh. Oo, muntik na oh. He's out. Boom.
Look, he lost his balance already.
Yeah, he's out. That's...
Always in position. And one last look at this matchup. What's Terrence Crawford?
No.
Apa yang nagsabi sa elbow?
Ayan o, boom! Tempo. Sa tenga, tinamaan eh.
He started fighting as a child because he was scared. He's one of the scariest fighters in the sport.